They're not in the workbook. They're not on a screen. They're from my lips to your ears, and I hope you hear them. Made me millions. The packaging of your presentation material. Here's what I want you to hear. The higher the quality of the physical package, the higher the perceived value of the content and the provider. Do you understand what I just said to you? You put a little more effort, a little more oomph, a little more quality into what you physically hand to people, it conveys a message that you are not the average agent, that you are highly competent. It reflects your character. Are we all coming together on this one? And it is one of the most overlooked aspects in the real estate industry. The packaging of the material that we provide to people. It demonstrates your competence. People respect sales skills. Not slick. They respect sales skills. Sadly, the majority of real estate agents I've met in my career, tens of thousands of them, don't even understand the difference between a trial close and a formal close. And that's not your fault. It's because you've never been trained in sales. I wasn't trained in sales. I took it upon myself to understand how you sell things to people. And many of the things you've seen in the first 3 weeks are trial close questions. A trial close, not to do a sales session now, is nothing more than to determine the degree of interest the customer or client has in the product. Is this the kind of home you can see yourself living in? That's a trial close. A formal close is nothing more than a culmination of a series of trial close questions. That's why you're great salespeople. If you ask them the question, how do you close people? They will struggle to answer that question. Because you know how I close buyers? If I asked myself that same question, I'd struggle. Because my answer would be, I ask them, what do you want to buy it? Should we write it up? That's as formal as I get. Should we just write it up here? Go back to the office, write it up. Because it's not much of a question because of the trial closes that had preceded it. Are you with me on this one? It's like a no-brainer. You know, I've had, you might think I'm exaggerating this. I'll bet, oh my word, at least a third of the buyers I've had in my career, probably half, told me they wanted to buy before I asked them the question. And you know what I'm talking about. It's because you did a good job on the trial closes. So here we go. Here's our week 3 tasks. Looks familiar. Get in the office, expand the database, do a third market study, preview 15 properties, get out the handwritten notes, listen to the CD, DVD, pick up a couple more ideas, take a top agent to lunch, schedule another open house this weekend because you can learn a lot from open houses. Get a lot, practice a lot of things during open house. That's why I have you do them. Study 3 salespeople. Study 3 salespeople. What do I mean by that? Do's and don'ts. This is what I mean. You go to the department store this afternoon, this evening, because you got to buy something, some kind of garment or whatever. Whoever it is that works with you, that helps you, become more consciously aware of what they say and do than you've ever been before. And as soon as you finish, whether you buy it or not, and you walk out, I'm going to encourage you to take 90 seconds and ask yourself the question, what did they do that I thought was pretty effective? And then ask yourself, what did they do, if anything, that, boy, I hope I never do that. You with me? That's how you begin to learn sales techniques. 3 people in the next week. So don't think of you have to go talk to a car salesman. I mean, none of us want to do that. All right? I was raised in the car business. Just that everyday guy or gal who's out there selling things. And then, the last thing you got down there for week 3 task, I want you to find 2 buyers. And there's 2 primary ways you're going to find 2 buyers. And they're already on your list of tasks. Get on the phone. Get on the phone with people you know. Say, hey, I'm just calling people. I'm just kind of looking for some buyers. It's a pretty good time to buy. Is it not, by the way? Yeah. Pretty good time to buy. And I just thought I'd give some people I know, I know you pretty well. I'm just going to call you. If you know somebody looking to buy, would you mind just giving my name and number? That's about as non-threatening as you're ever going to say. Is that true? Just, if you can think of somebody, I'd just love to work with them. I'm not even suggesting you say, hey, give me their name and number so I can call them. Because most of us are not comfortable with that. Is that true, by the way? But I am comfortable enough to say, hey, if you think, or if you run into somebody, I'm just calling people I know tonight, Dwayne, to say, you know what? I'm looking for some buyers, and over the next few days, if you happen to run into somebody who's thinking about buying, keep me in mind. Would you do that? What's he going to say? Sure, yeah. And then the other way, sit that open house. And you do the things I told you to do, how to sit an open house effectively, you'll have people coming in the front door. And you can find some buyers. That's your task for week 3. You got some work to do.